Caitlin Payne grew up wanting to be a mother and a nurse, but a family member of hers had another plan for her from a young age to be a sex slave. She was abused physically and sexually and wasn't ready to handle what she was about to endure. At 11 years old, she was sold into sex slavery.
It's like being an animal in a cage or a zoo, and everybody comes and looks at you and does what they want to do to you, and then you go back to your cage. It's worse than any horror movie you could ever watch. It's just bed after bed after bed of children like me that were going through the same thing I was. You're chained to a bed, you're not allowed to sit up. They tell you when you're going to eat, and they carry you to the ice cold showers. Then you go back to your room and get ready for your normal responsibilities. You don't look like an abused child when you walk in there. You look like a willing child who's happy. It's almost like putting on a mask. I was a robot. If I were to do one sexual act, if that's what he wanted, then that's what I did. It wasn't an option. Sometimes a man would just hold you, but sometimes he would beat you or torture you. You never really knew what was going to happen. It was at his own discretion. You were his property. You used the makeup to cover up the bruises. They made me nice and pretty again. Most of the time, I would spend no more than 1 hour per guy. Sometimes it would be 5 to 6 men a night. Others it could be up to 30. I was having things done to me that I didn't want to do. It was so excruciating. I couldn't help but cry. I had to bite my lip until it bled, and then they put tape over my mouth. I don't think anybody even realized I was human. After time, I just started blocking it out. I didn't feel anything. It was just numb. I didn't know how it was going to end. I just had to get through that night. I just remember wishing someone would come and save me. Why wouldn't anybody help me?
Weston Wilborn was forced into slavery when told he would be given an education. What he didn't know was the money he begged for wasn't for keeping.
They promised me a better life. Now all I do is sit on the streets and beg people for money.
Ryan Gallo was abandoned by his family at a young age, and with nowhere to go and desperate for money, he found himself as a slave.
My parents had abandoned me. I had nowhere to go. I needed to find money fast. I met this man on the street who promised me a better life, but now all I do is work for him until my hands bleed.